for you. I'm very excited to share it with you. But first, just a little background on the song itself. Dates back to the 1840s, when it was not known as O Holy Night, but instead as Minuit Chrétien, or Cantique de Noël. Pardon my French, by the way. I know when people say that, they usually mean something else, but I actually mean, pardon my French. It's very mal. C'est la vie. So, Placide Cappeau, who was a native of the town of Roquemort, was commissioned to write a Christmas poem. And he wrote this poem, Minuit Chrétiens, Midnight Christians. Then the composer Adolphe Adam came along and wrote some music for it, and they premiered it in 1847. They were both very proud of it. It was for good reason. It was not widely embraced in the church at the time. It was maybe a little bit too radical, or perhaps maybe just Placide Cappeau was a little bit too radical for the church folks. But Adolphe Adam, he thought that was great. He called it the Marseillaise religieux, the religious Marseillaise, which I don't know that it was actually like a revolutionary rallying cry, but it was definitely progressive, especially the third verse. And that's what appealed to the Unitarian American minister, John Sullivan Dwight, who translated it. He wrote his English translation in 1855 called O Holy Night, published that in Dwight's Journal of Music, which sounds like kind of a hick publication. Dwight's Journal of Music, but was actually quite prestigious. And it became very popular, especially in the North amongst abolitionists, because the chains shall he break for the slave is our brother, that third verse in particular. And this was 1855, so the battle lines were figuratively being drawn at that point. I'll put the words up on the screen so you can follow along. I'll use the John Sullivan Dwight words that we all know. But I'd like to read for you a literal English translation of the French poem, because it's really beautiful. And listening to this, I think you can see why maybe some of the powers that be weren't so crazy about this particular song back when it first came out. But yeah, it's really just a beautifully captures the majesty that's under the surface, maybe, in the Christmas story. So, literal translation. Midnight, Christians, it is the solemn hour when God as man descended unto us to erase the stain of original sin and to end the wrath of his Father. The entire world thrills with hope on this night that gives it a Savior. People on your knees, await your deliverance. Christmas, Christmas, here is the Redeemer. Christmas, Christmas, here is the Redeemer. May the ardent light of our faith guide us all to the cradle of the infant, as in ancient times a brilliant star guided the Oriental kings there. The King of Kings was born in a humble manger. O mighty ones of today, proud of your greatness, it is to your pride that God preaches. Bow your heads before the Redeemer. Bow your heads before the Redeemer. The Redeemer has broken every bond. The earth is free and heaven is open. He sees a brother where there was only a slave. Love unites those whom iron had chained. Who will tell him of our gratitude? For all of us, he is born. He suffers and dies. People, stand up. Sing of your deliverance. Christmas, Christmas, sing of the Redeemer. Christmas, Christmas, sing of the Redeemer.